G'day, g'day. How's it going? All right, guys. We got Slush Poppy Veritas. I got echo from someone. I got Slush Poppy Veritas and Ghost Freak 66 here. I think Ghost is gonna put his webcam on in a minute. I think he's still streaming, so I think he might be in the middle of a raid, but he's coming. He's definitely
Dance
coming.
on, Ghost.
But yeah, today what we're gonna do is we used to do this every 2 weeks. It's still
Hi
a bit of
guys,
echo.
welcome
Oh,
to
I
my
got to turn
stream.
alerts off.
And without further ado, let's go.
What's up, Ghost? Thanks for the host, dude. Guys, if you don't know who Ghost Freak 66 is, make sure you give him some love. All right, so during the podcast, there won't be any alerts on. If you do sub or anything like that, thank you very much. But the purpose of this is used to be every 2 weeks, and it's going to be hopefully every 2 to 3 weeks from now on. We're going to sit down and just talk shit about Tarkov, streaming, and that's pretty much it, and about each other. If you guys are new, because there's a lot of new faces here, top left of my screen is Ghost Freak 66. Above me is Veritas. To my left is Slush Puppy. And yeah, welcome everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Howdy.
Yeah, Anton's currently sick with the food poisoning, so we'll have to forgive his tardiness, him not rocking out. If we can figure out who's got that little bit of feedback, that'd be great.
What does it sound like? I can't hear it.
It's when
I'm on push to talk.
I don't know. Anyway, did you hear that? Dan?
That's you on your own.
No way. I can't hear. There's no way I'd hear my own voice. This is so bad. This is so unprofessional.
My microphone is muted.
I'm push to talk.
I don't know then. Strange. It's your mic. I don't hear my own voice. Anyway, we haven't really spoken for a long time. So last time we actually had a good chat was back around the point 12 we're hitting. Since then we've had a few new things. Let's start off with the most recent addition to Escape from Tarkov being the fact that they made all hatchlings cursed and tagged on joining a raid.
So funny.
I need to know because I saw this morning more hatchlings than I've ever seen before in my entire life. So I need to know, is everybody just like memeing, testing, trying to see what it's like, or did it have the complete opposite effect?
From what
I have no idea, man.
My minimal testing today, I found that Reserved worked, but apparently Labs doesn't, and Factory works. So I ran into a Factory raid, and there's a scav. There wasn't a scav just sprinting straight for this spawn. I was like, there's a hatchling there.
Shoreline works. I took a viewer kit, so I loaded in with a hatchet, and the second I loaded in, I just got absolutely molested by scavs. They just like charged at me. I ran past the cottage, and I had them just coming from both sides, just going Shalom, and just like fuck.
I had the same thing on customs where I knew it was a hatchling. It had to be a hatchling because there was like 4 or 5 scavs moving through like construction towards an area, and I'm like, they never go there. And the next moment, it's just 2 hatchlings. Like they're literally just pulling the scavs, and there's like 5, 6 of them behind them. I've never seen it.
Did they do that today, or I was under the impression that they did it previously, but they just announced it today?
It was deactivated. From the wiki guys, it was deactivated, but it was in the code. That's how the wiki guys saw it. And then they told me, and I'm like, this can't be true. I went to Factory, and I believe Factory was working yesterday or the day before it was on, because hatchling
when 12.3 hit.
They just rushed.
Yeah,
Simply taking in a pistol stops it. I did more viewer kits, and all I did was just taking an empty PM pistol, and it stops it. But
what I did though today is I actually took in 2 geared players with me and 2 hatchlings with me, and we just patrolled around reserve, and all the scavs would just, as we got close enough, the scavs would get tagged and cursed on the hatchlings and start sprinting towards us. But then that way we could just destroy every scav that came near us. They just started running at us. Don't know about scav boss.
Well, okay.
Be cool if it did.
That might be an interesting way to farm him.
Oh hell yeah!
He's a lot easier to
kill when you're pushing.
Oh no, yes. It actually, I think it works against Killer. I found 2 dead hatchlings near Killer. He probably ran them down, shot and killed them.
Well, he runs a lot of people down though.
Yeah, but
Like
the
he
end
put,
of
if
tech shop, the end of tech shop, all the way on Ollie's side.
no, probably not.
Exactly.
No.
But what happens though is when you actually go in, the scavs just run straight past you to the hatchling. So as long as you're closer to the scavs than the hatchling, scavs will just ignore you and keep going. So you could actually just put a hatchling like 50 meters behind you, and it's just keep him following you,
Just dragging
Just
along
charge
like a
through.
worm on a
like in
hook.
The Walking Dead with the
fly
chain.
fishing.
No jaw.
Yeah. Use that. Just put a backpack on him and just use him as a mule.
It is
not a
only
bad
a
idea.
test. I don't think it should stay permanently, but I think it's a good way of testing out.
Testing it. 100%.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty funny. Fuck him. Who cares?
Oh yeah.
Do we think so? What's is the idea that they're more likely to die, like much more likely to die, get run down, and then they're gonna have to pay for like meds in between, or
No.
is it that they just won't be able to make it to the loot?
Like, so they can't make it to the
think
loot.
it's Exactly. Because if they have to run into Mark Room, there are more and more scavs, and I've found more and more of them by like Mark Room side. So I mean, if they walk into that building, they will aggro all the scavs, and I've even seen them aggro them across from 2-story. So I mean, ooh, that's one way to stop.
It doesn't stop if you pick up a weapon either. They
Oh, yeah.
if you pick up a gun, they just stay aggroed onto you. You just keep tagged and cursed for the raid. So
is it just based
Sort of
on
weird.
not
No,
having a
really?
primary weapon when you load in? Because that seems.
yeah.
I don't want to say the obvious thing.
Well,
that's
no,
popping in my head, but
Well, it's not a primary weapon. It's any weapon. You can take an empty PM and you'll be fine. I took an empty 133 shotgun one round and an empty PM one round and it was fine. You don't get
like-
attacked.
So in
I've heard people
principle,
say
it's
that they bring
cool.
a scav vest that also doesn't aggro. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
if
don't
you
know.
if you put an empty PM on, you might as well just put 8 rounds in it and do a pistol run. It's like
I wish they make it so that you run faster with pistols again, because that would just honestly.
no, it's too OP.
What do
It's
you
so OP,
mean?
man.
But now they're running with
man.
hatchets because it's faster with hatchets now.
No, it's not.
6 minutes. 6 minutes and 43 seconds was how fast I can loot the entirety of Shoreline and be out by Rock Passage with a pistol.
Okay. Pistols
previous
will
patch.
though.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
all my
With full
pistol rounds were
with full
based off that.
attention, man.
The whole pistol backpack principle was based off that.
Yeah.
Yeah. With full attention, man, you can loot the entirety of Shoreline in like under 3 minutes. It's like
I still
fuck.
get glitched.
Yeah. Oh, unless you glitch.
Yeah.
That's the Keita's way of nerfing you.
Yeah, my-
Oh, it is. It is. 100%.
Do you think with the new comfortability, whatever thing that's coming, how do you reckon that's going to work?
Is that the carry weight thing?
I think it's like you take too much weight.
Yes, and then you can't start sprinting or it's gonna deplete. We don't know. No one knows. It's literally just that feather that was shared. I don't think there was any information posted on it at all. I don't
But
know.
how do you reckon it's going to work then?
Stalker? Overweight?
I
Can't
think-
only walk?
I think the
mean,
weight's
make-
gonna like affect your recoil. So like the heavier you are, the less recoil you have, but the slower you can run, and the faster you run out of endurance, like stamina, and then
Yeah.
comfort will give you like more endurance and ergo. I don't know.
I mean, that is meta in the beginning. Like, if you start adding something, oh, this is the. Oh my gosh!
Well, but it gets to the point though where you get into a fight and it's better to throw your backpack on the ground,
Exactly. Yeah.
which is what you do in real life.
I
don't
though.
know, if it-
Yeah.
That's
Put
what I was gonna
rock
say.
on.
If I'd do that in real life, if I started getting shot at and I had all I had was fucking dirty undies in my backpack, I'm ditching that shit straight away. Fuck that.
I'd have dirty
I mean, I love
undies on.
Yeah.
Wearing
I would,
them.
I would
was
honestly
shot
love
at.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people have been ditching their backpacks anyway. I've noticed it's a pretty good move to ditch it, and then people with thermals just get like fucking confused as shit
Oh,
because
yeah.
they just see this massive human-sized
It's
backpack,
gonna get
especially when
fixed,
you're
though.
using the raid.
Oh, does that light up?
The
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it
lights
does.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
It's
shooting the
getting
shit
fixed,
of a
though.
backpack
All
the other day.
clothing- all the clothing and everything else is gonna get well.
I kind of
thermal.
wish items didn't have such a glow. Like even
Yeah.
like what people shouldn't be glowing like they're like the next coming of Christ.
Yeah. It's not really like that in real life.
No, it's nothing
It's-
like that in real life.
yeah.
Is that Jesus coming down from the rock passage?
Yeah. Well, I think that like if you were using like a Momex, like a balaclava and like sunnies and then like a helmet and stuff like that, you'd still be detectable on thermal, but you wouldn't stand out like the sun.
Yeah.
No, you stand out like the sun at the moment, but you would definitely stand out who got picked up by
Yeah.
thermal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for like I want to wait until this overencumbrance thing comes. You know, what is it called? The
Comfort.
comfort. Yeah,
I don't know.
comfort.
Just call it comfort for now.
Yeah, comfort. So if it comes in and it works the way a stalker, being overweight, you can't sprint anymore. Your aim goes to shit, and you just like it's worse. Then it's a good thing to do. No one's gonna just start jumping around corners anymore, and with a bunch of gear.
I think they're definitely going to take the bunny hop meta out. I think that shit's going for sure. I can't see that Nikita would be like looking at people literally just flying across the map like a jackrabbit and going, "Yep, this is the game we wanted. Like this is the realistic mill sim I wanted." As
I'm so
people fucking
ADD, man.
skip
I need-
Dixie down the road.
It's just like fun for me. I don't use it for like any sort of advantage tactically ever. It's like B hopping in CS:GO.
No.
It's just
Yeah.
fun to do while you're running through.
Yeah.
Jumping
open-
squares in
Just
Iron
good.
Forge.
Yeah, for me, it's like a
Yeah.
skill in the game. You learn it, you have another card up your sleeve.
Yeah.
I love doing
yeah,
it to
but
jump
like-
across hallways though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
Look
that's
at
when it's OP. When you peak by just like you check a door by just running in front of it. It's like no motherfucker's doing that in real life. like that shit's just insane. Yeah.
With like you feel like the game's coming more and more less sim like and more just its own beast, I guess.
yeah.
I don't think it was it ever.
100%.
It never felt like a sim to me.
Not really, but there was always this massive push, particularly early, about everything had
You
to be
mean
realistic.
simulator?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No, not a no. No,
But,
no.
but there was always a very strong push early, and those people are definitely
Some
gotten a lot
awesome
quieter.
guys.
They've
Oh
definitely
yeah,
got a
there
lot
was some awesome
quieter.
guys. You're
Yeah, I
playing
don't-
the game like COD, or why you tank 13 rounds to the fucking arms and shit and not die? It's the same.
But you don't anymore though. You used to. Like
Oh, yeah.
remember the old like Fort Kiva days, man? And it take like 59.95 to melt a guy down. Like it was
Yeah.
fucking insane.
It's because there's
Like,
three classes. There's three classes of like ballistic engagements that happen. There is you have something that can penetrate anything, and everything will do a one-shot headshot. That's like one thing. So
Yeah.
no matter what, a hatchling to the most geared dude ever, die in one shot to the head to like M61 or whatever. And then you
Yeah.
have the middle ground, which is like BT, BS against level 5 and 6 armor. Like it's going to take a few shots. You might one tap them. It might be 3, but and then you have all the rest of the ammo against high level stuff that is completely ineffective and like completely useless. When the time to kill or shots to kill is like 15 or 20 shots.
Yeah, the
I don't know,
reason you
man,
get a
those-
kill is if you ambush people and like molest them with like a 4-man of scavs.
Yeah, I don't. The problem is that like even the bullets that don't do tons of flesh damage, they still will kill you in like 3 shots, assuming they, and those are the ones that have high pen. So
Yeah.
what's the point? I mean, it's why all the high flesh damage ammo is utterly useless,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Well, I think that the high flash damage is going to get a bit of a buff though with the armor zone. So when they put in like the plate carrier armor zone, so
Yeah.
like at the moment the plate carrier just negates your entire thorax, but in the future it'll have like if it has a front plate in it,
Six.
it will protect your front. If it has a like, and then you'll need side plates and stuff like that. So I think the high flash damage ammo is just definitely going to get a massive buff in the
But
future.
But if you think about like even something like BT or BS, it'll kill you in the chest in 2 shots. So it's the difference between a 1-shot kill with like the high flesh damage versus a 2-shot kill to everybody, right? So it's like
Yep.
if you choose rip ammo, it's a 1-shot kill, or you can't kill them because they're a walking tank, or you use the other one and it's a 2 or 3-shot kill no matter what. I don't know. They're gonna have to make it so that like they think there needs to be more changes to make that ammo more viable.
I I want to, and I mean, I say this to the majority of things. Like, I would love to like wait for the armor things to come, and then see it. It's just, I mean, it's the same. Everyone going on in the thermal thing, and we don't even need to go on there. But like, I would literally wait for the batteries before even trying to kind of fix it. Because I mean, the batteries could honestly just make it not meta, or I don't feel like it's meta at the moment. Same with the armor.
The issue is with all the ammunitions, it's not even about having too many in that. It's the people don't know just by playing the game what's good and what's bad. Because you could have 80% of the ammos being absolutely pointless, but it's only bad if people play the game thinking it's good.
If nobody knew anything, if there wasn't a wiki and there wasn't spreadsheets, it would be interesting because the amount of like fights would vary so much, which I don't know, may or may not be realistic. I have no idea, but yeah, probably not. But the problem is that there's 2 classes of players: players that understand ballistics and all the new people, and the new people. The new people will load their AKM with US rounds that won't penetrate anything, and they'll be 100 feet short if it's a 100-meter shot. So it's the argument always from Nikita and BSG is that that's part of the kind of allure of Tarkov, which I agree to some extent, but at the same time, it's like there's plenty more you could hide and make more confusing. Why not hide the armor class of and the durability? Make that a mystery, right?
So
like
I brought up with Nikita because after the podcast, there was before the podcast the other day, there was a heap of questions I got put in a list from my viewers, and I said I'll bring up as many as I can, and then I sent them to him after. And one of them was, could we get in-game more information on which ammos do what and that? And it doesn't even need to be this ammo does 47 pen, this one does 30 damage. It could literally just be like high pen, low damage.
Yeah,
Low
high,
damage.
medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it.
That's part of the
Casual, that you said.
Yeah. But
Helping the casuals,
not
bro.
hardcore, man.
Yeah, not hardcore.
But that's what Veritas was saying. Like, that's part of the allure of Tarkov. Like, it gives it that sim nature, because it's like the ammo says like low risk fragmenting projectile. I know what that means. I know that means high flash damage, low fucking pen. But like someone that doesn't know guns, but that's like, this game is a firearm freak's fucking porn, man. Like, that's what it is. So it's like,
it's such a troll though.
It's not right.
Are literally pointless. Like PM, how many Makarov rounds are there? There's like literally basically one or the other that you're going to use, and then there's 20 others that are just there. I feel like to just confuse people.
But it's like someone just said, it's a gun nut wet dream though. You come into Tarkov, and if you like guns and ammo, it's like the 3D version of guns and ammo.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they're getting more and more, right? It's like more and more ammos are coming, more and more fucking attachments, more and more guns. I mean, it's just
the
lists.
But I don't find it that hard though. Like, it's like, I look at the ammos and I read a little bit about them, and then I'm like, okay, that one's got a fucking blue tip. That's obviously a fucking armor pen round. Like, I can rotate the mag and look at the ammo without unloading one, and then tell you which fucking ammo it is now. But it's like, I don't think it's that difficult to understand. Like, I think the game should have a tiny little bit of a learning curve. Like, it shouldn't just feed you everything.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, even if like the damage, and I understand why they do this now, and they're testing everything and they're constantly tweaking stuff, but like, if they put some of the values on the UI, then at least we wouldn't have to rely on a.
Put it in the
some
handbook. If someone's going to go to the effort to press that handbook which no one's ever used, and it's the values are
because
good.
There's no way to
Flesh
test, right?
high.
Like it's not like you can when they say that they want people to discover it. There's no way to discover unless you go into raid with a friend and you shoot him in the leg 100 times and figure out what the average fragmentation chance is. And he's gonna sit there and read out like that did 12 damage, and you gotta write it down in your notepad. Like there's no way to learn other than I used this thing and it wasn't effective. Why?
Yeah.
Is it because it's shitty or am I shitty? Probably both.
But no one's. I don't know anyone's actually gone through the handbook and started looking at things. I don't.
I've never opened it.
I just.
Mine has the badges before
I
they.
double click on the handbook to get the green fucking notifications gone, and that's it. Pretty much.
Well, but it's a useful tool that people could use to actually learn that information.
Yeah. They can expand on that very, very well. I mean, if you use it once, then go and it's like armor, no pin, flesh damage high. You know, even just that,
Yeah.
that would, yeah.
If anyone's
I hope
curious
they
about,
extrapolate it out to like just give it like 4 grades, like because even if you got the numbers, unless you know the formulas, which like 4 people on planet Earth know, you can't do a whole lot with a lot of the numbers. But if you have like a scale that's like flesh damage and pen, and it's just like, then
Yeah.
that could be.
I mean,
useful.
stop being casual now. Stop helping the casuals. You're making the game too easy.
What are you gonna make guides
Feel
on
free to
YouTube?
download my app. That's literally the calculator. I mean, by all means.
I mean, yeah.
How you gonna get
100%.
YouTube revenue though if you can't make guides on how good the ammo is?
I don't know. That's Pestyly's jam.
it was Anton's, but he stopped making videos on it, so I thought someone's going to pick up the slack. So if anyone's curious about what the fuck the handbook is, if you go down like the bottom right-hand corner of the game, you'll see a big green number that says like 99 because you've discovered that many items, examined that many items, and you open it up there. It's not used ever. The only function the handbook has that people will actually use is weapon presets. You save your presets and they go into the handbook. That is it.
There's so
Do
many
they?
people that just like click on
Yeah.
99 to get rid of it.
So all your weapon saved presets go into the handbook
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
because that's the place that they store them. I don't fucking know.
Veritas, come on, dude. Like, get with the fucking
But you
times.
could go in there and go to like AK-74N and all your saved AK-74N loadouts will be there.
What does it say? Wait, what?
Yeah, what does it click? What does it say when you click
What's
on
the
it?
point of having a
What does it
separate?
say?
It shows
UI?
the gun with all the stats on it, like the ergonomics and.
Oh, it does? Like that
Yeah.
detailed?
Wait, isn't that the presets menu?
It's in the handbook.
As well.
Yes.
Okay.
The problem with the
I'm fucking
presets
learning
UI
new
is that
things
it
with
shows
them.
everything but the stats, which sort of kind of diminishes the practicality of it. Well,
The
Half of
presets
it's
are shown in the handbook, mate. All right, this is why we have the handbook.
It's not in my game to check.
presets. Where are they?
Pesty, one.
They're under the
four,
guns. I
yeah.
think you go to the actual guns.
Oh, I love that they have all the stock builds too, because that's what I need is 67 just stock
See,
guns.
you've got
going
to you've got to
I made
compare
my
'em.
only build
Oh my
just
God.
Q, AK, QQ, just so that I can just quickly like filter everything out.
Yeah.
Because God,
Yeah.
that's annoying.
It's under
Is
builds
it?
or something.
Mine are all called like the Ligma 3000 or like Pestyly's Ballsack or something like that. And then I go to search for it again and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then I have to search again. So now I have like a meta of each one and it's like, use this gun / puppy. It is meta.
Oh man, I just called my guns
It's so
meme.
dumb.
Meme 1, meme 2, meme 3. There you go.
Yeah.
And if the gun's
Yeah.
long, it's just long gun.
Mostest epicest gun in the game.
Epicest.
Yeah.
Mostest epicest
I wish
rifle or
when
something.
you- I really wish when you died that they got to
The
see
name
the name
stays.
of your
Oh
gun.
my god.
That would be awesome. That'd be so
Oh.
cool.
Or
The
who
first time I picked up a
created it?
gun that was a preset, I think it was the Mosin with a Bramit and a scope, which is like, it's a build everybody uses. The first time I picked it up, it says your build name if it matches your
Oh,
build.
yeah, it
Oh.
matches
Like,
yours. Then
I
it's
just
like,
picked
yeah,
up Mosin Man from this. I'm like, no fucking way that somebody else named it, and then I realized that
it was
it's just
yours.
super. It's just super rare
Ah.
that happens.
Yeah,
But that's neat.
that is
That is
pretty
nice.
neat. That is cool.
That preset function will be cool once they can share the actual presets with other people. I'm like, Slash, this is the best. This is all the gunsmith for 17 to 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the gun Smith thing, yeah.
Click.
Do you have a command for this build?
Weapon.
You just have a command and it's just a QR code or something that imported into your game.
That'd be pretty cool.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, you could in reality you could just have like a binary like string probably. I think it's just like
101101.
well, no, well, not a binary string. I don't know why I said binary, but you could just have like a string.
10111. Oh my god.
I said 110011.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is just fucking. No, but I'm quite surprised. I went back and looked at old VODs of where Tarkov was to where it's now, and it blows my mind. Every time I look back, it's like, oh, I could insta heal, open doors. I was stuck opening doors, looking at the doors, screaming like a little child. Oh my god! Like,
remember just having to wait for that the difference between pills and morphine when you pop it. It was click and. That's like the only difference. And I remember being like, I gotta do morphine. I gotta get, and you spawn it and instantly. That was the meta every time.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was pretty funny.
So good.
Those are the days, man. Holy shit.
Oh man.
I remember when I first started playing the heals was I'd have 4 would be my painkillers, and then 5 to 8 would be 7 different IFAKs, and then 9 would be a grizzly, and then so when you heal, you just go and it'd painkiller, and then it'd use all 5 IFAKs simultaneously and heal all your limbs, and then your grizzly would start healing as well, and it would just like heal absolutely everything. So like the second you started getting shooted at, second you started getting shot at, I had this is the meta back then, so don't judge me. But I had a keyboard macro that if I hit 4, it just hit all of them simultaneously. So I just enter fucking Super Saiyan fucking Juju beat mode and then just start fucking healing. And no bullet could kill you as fast as you were healing because you're healing like 20,000 HP a second. So it would take someone like literally just mag dumping an M4 with 905 into your head to kill you. So yeah, imagine
so bad. Because I mean, even back then when you had strength and it was it scaled, so strength doesn't scale anymore in percentage. So now back then it's scaled, and you were Terminator, instant healing. It was 40.
I like it better how it is now though. Heaps better.
Oh yeah. The
amount of times,
like every time it's just like changing. I love it.
Times when you're like, you have to make the decision between do I risk it for a heal or a painkiller or whatever, or go for the fight. That's what the change has made, and it's so much better.
Yeah,
it's so close to as soon as they can make it so that you can cancel, and it's a lot faster to cancel. It's not like rewind the whole animation, zip the thing up.
I'd love it. Like we spoke about it before. Throw the fucking thing.
Drop it. Just be like, oh fuck, drop it and get my gun back up, and then
it'll be perfect because then there's a cost to it, but it's not like you're committing to flipping a coin to say, all right, nothing's gonna happen in 10 seconds. Let's roll the dice. You just kind of
see. I'd like if I was using a survival kit, I'd rather drop it on the ground and actually have a fucking chance of surviving than holding on to my fucking survival kit. For God's sake, like it just doesn't make any sense. Like if he's sitting there, he's just holding the thing and he's just going. While he's dying, it's just like what the hell? As a man enters the room, it's like it doesn't make any sense.
Oh man, how many times have you caught someone doing it, like meeting up, and he just like starts fucking spinning?
Yeah, dude,
that's the best. You can tell they don't know when they're like,
they've all like they remind me of like you know when when a dog takes the shit and it like turns around and it just stares at you and it's like looking at you. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. It's just like, please save me. Yeah. But the amount of kills I've got in like the last few days is that I pushed a guy, I've lit him up a little bit, and then he's pushed back, And then I just sit there and I'm just yelling, "You are fucked!" And then you just hear the start of an knife back, go zip, and it's like a starter's gun, man. It's just like in my mind, it's just like bang, and I'm just like just charge at them, it's just murder them, and they just like in the room just going.
There was a guy that I think it was last night. I heard the reload. Like it was like we were doing like the rat runs of labs, and I was just like hiding behind this wall. There's like 4 of us hiding behind this wall, and they were doing like a 1-on-1 with one of the rats, and then he just like stopped to do the reload, but I was waiting for the reload, and the second I heard, I was like poof, around the corner, and you could just see him like.
Yeah. Well, that happened to me yesterday, man. I ran up on 2 guys. I was wearing a ULAC and a Gen 4, and I ran up and I had a Val and I sprayed down one dude, and another dude, just as I started to reload, pulled around the corner, and so I span around and just bent over, and he just shot me in the ass like 8 times in the PM, and then I just turned around and just I was just like, hide my face, don't tap me. It's like
I've been wondering for a while because I still have the tendency from like the Halo 2 days when I'm running to look down, strong side and cover my head. Does anybody know if that actually?
Yeah, it does.
I turn away and put my head at the ground when I don't want to get shot in the head.
All right, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it to me, but maybe I just haven't noticed.
If I'm running away from an enemy, I look at the ground. I'm like,
yeah. I've never seen anyone do it to me, but I do it all the time, and it definitely seems to work. Especially if I'm wearing a ULAC, I'll turn around because it's got like nape cover.
Yeah,
it works really well. Yeah, it's just like you're doing a real fight. You just turtle hurdle, man, and just it's like, oh no. Yeah.
I would rather let them shoot me in the armor than what they shoot me in the legs. They can kill you faster. Like honestly.
Oh, but as long as it's not in the face.
Oh yeah, but I mean, then you just go through the torture of turning around when you finally reloaded, and him just like legging you finished. He's like, yeah.
Speaking of
instant episodes, have a chance.
I always hide my face.
What do you guys think about the stamina and how it works now? Like, do you think that I know with max level, is it stress resistance? You have like the potential to have like the berserker effect or whatever.
Yeah.
I hate the berserker.
I've never even seen it or experienced it, but part of me thinks that they still need to do something with if you're aiming down sights or whatever, and you're walking slowly, and you're holding a corner with a gun that's not totally maxed out ergo, and you're low on stamina, and then you go and you say, okay, now I'm gonna move, and you go to run and you're out of stamina, and then you just see somebody shooting at you, and you're just like. You just can't do anything.
Apparently, they're going to change that in the future. So, Nikita said that he wants to add like a leg stamina and an arm stamina, which I suggested the idea to him. Like, it's pretty weird. Like, you stand there holding up a gun, and then it's just like, boy, my legs are tired. It just doesn't make any sense. So, I think they're going to add like different types of stamina. So, they'll have like a stamina bar that is affecting like your ADS, and then one that's affecting your run. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. I kind of feel like having an adrenaline bar. I don't know. It just came into my head now. This might be stupid.
Was this the podcast? Sorry to interrupt, Veritas. But during the podcast, I think Jedi Red 7 said there should be a suppression effect when you get shot at. And I was like, in real life, if you get shot at, now I've never been shot at, but I have been in a lot of training where bullets have been whizzing around.
Yeah.
When shit hits the fan, you're not going to be like, ooh, what's going on? I can't see. Like, I would be like, you go hyper sensitive. It's not hypersensitive. It's hyper. I don't know. Hyperactive is the best word I can use right now. And you just get the.
But with that, like tunnel vision, hyper focus, but like I don't know. That's what I always just assumed.
Hyper aware. That's the one.
Hyper aware.
There's like heaps of studies being done on it, and like when you go, like the adrenaline that's caused by combat is actually addictive to like they did studies on like people going to war and then it becoming addictive for them to be at war because the adrenaline is so huge that it's like that like they're getting shot at and they're under attack and their vision just becomes like fucking pinpoint focus, like super adrenaline, and they're just like, holy fuck. Like
When I was
watching
training
a
up
thing on
in
a
the
guy.
army. Sorry, go Slash.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I was watching a thing on a guy, and he was like, there was actually people when he was doing journalism work in Iraq saying, "I'm so bored, I hope we get attacked today," because they were just like offhand comments. So they were just like interested in fucking having more adrenaline.
I did a lot of research on this stuff when I was actually in the army about like what combat simulation and try and get your body ready for fighting and that. But there's a book called Sharpening the Warrior's Edge by Bruce K. Siddle. I just had to look it up. But if anyone is out there listening to this and actually is interested in learning about how the body reacts to combat, that book is actually really great for this. It's kind of interesting what you said there, Slash, because the way this is going a little bit off topic, but it kind of is the same thing for Tarkov. It's like when you first expose yourself to a situation, being like the first time you have sex, and it's like, oh my god, this is incredible. But then like now you've had sex at least
Tell me more.
3 times.
More.
It's like
What's it like?
it's like it's got to be like.
What do boobs feel like?
No, but it's like.
Can you MS Paint this real quick?
Yeah. So now for like someone who's
Details.
experienced as someone like Ghost Freak, you know, he needs the full chokehold on him to actually get ejaculation because he's like and punched in the back of the head just so he can get going. But it's like that. People chase the rush.
Why do you have your belt around your neck? Don't stop.
I need to
Oh my beard!
I need this.
pull my beard and choke me. Yeah.
It's true, isn't it?
Taking it.
It's chasing the rush. It's chasing the rush, and we do it in Tarkov, but not with. It's not the same as sex. But in Tarkov, it's like
Hey,
like
listen.
one PMC kill's not enough now. We need all the PMCs.
Like getting
it's
shot at and sex, both things that
Yeah.
I'm personally
No,
familiar
I
with.
know what he means though. It's the same effect as playing LAN or playing on stage. That kind of adrenaline, right?
yeah, man. Yeah.
Because it's the same as in game. My first time after killing one guy, it's like, oh, okay, cool. After killing 2 and 3 or killing a 5-man team, that when you go, fucking get wrecked, you know, that whole your heart just it feels like it's gonna explode, and that's why the majority of people play Tarkov. You know, the sense of you dying.
It takes more. It takes more and more every time though, because your body gets saturated with serotonin. From like every time you kill someone in Tarkov, it releases serotonin in your system, but you need to kill more and more people to like enjoy it more.
It's true.
I'm just picturing a guy just like walking through barbed wire, like I gotta get the high, man. I gotta get the high.
Yeah.
Just shooting off rounds.
Like I kill a 2-man and I don't get excited anymore. You know, I used to be like, fuck yeah, but like I
So
kill a
Slush.
2-man. But, like yesterday I couldn't.
They have
I
pills
killed
for that,
9
bud.
players.
So, Slush, are you telling me to get my high, I need to be choking myself, ask 4 of my buddies to join, shoot all of them, and then I can go and kill the guys and I'll have that?
No, it's you, man. That's your thing, dude. I ain't fucking judging.
We don't kink shame. We don't on the team. We don't kink shame.
Kill them.
As long as you ain't hurting anyone else, man. You do whatever you want in the privacy of your own room with 4 blokes, mate. I don't care what you do.
I mean, in raid, you know.
Yeah,
So
whatever
what-
gets you going, man? Whatever
Oh my
gets you going.
So what I'm trying to say is, when you get shot, you shouldn't have suppression effects.
So I-
it wasn't the
I-
game though.
I don't know about you guys, but I really like after the wipe when the first time you're walking around level 1 and all of a sudden the screen flickers and it's like you're like, oh shit, like I don't know, that goes away after like a week of playing the game. I don't know, I like that. I never really minded. I thought it's cool, and sometimes it happens when it shouldn't, because you can hear, you can actually see bullets that you might not hear and realize that you're getting shot at.
Yeah. What I wanted to
Well,
say
there's,
was
like-
bigger calibers would make more of a suppression effect. I think what he wants is LMG guys to have a purpose of suppressing people. You know, have that effect of suppressing people so that their vision gets blurred and all that. But you're not going to do that with, you know,
But it-
smaller caliber rifles.
If you,
But it
if
was
you-
something that's in the game.
I do it at the moment. Like today with Deadly Slob, I was on duos and I was shooting this rock where I knew the guy was behind, and I just kept putting bullets both sides of the rock. That's suppression. That is what suppression is. And that person behind the rock would have been just like, holy fuck, what the fuck's going on? And the whole time, Deadly Slob's running to a flank to kill him. You don't need an
There is a
effect.
suppression effect in the game though. Like when you get shot, it blurs the edges of your vision and it creates like a screen flicker. That is what adrenaline is like. Like your vision tunnels and these edges of your vision become blurred and your vision becomes tunnel mode. So that's how it affects your sight. So
Pest,
I
when
think
you
there's
come to
already one in the
PAX,
game.
when you come to PAX, we can test it, dude. I'll pick you up. We'll go up to the shooting range. I'll have you
Okay.
stand at the end, and we can see.
This
Yeah.
is not how you. Do
I'm an
testing,
okay
Phil.
shot.
Yeah. Right after you give me a piece of paper saying that I am your god.
optics. I'm not sure. I don't
No,
know how to.
don't do. Oh my god.
I'm not sure how this works, but it'll be fine, dude.
You got to go all the way to the
You're
end
doing that.
and then just tick it back like 2 or 3 clicks, and that's all you have to do.
No, the easiest way to do it is to just roll the back off the parallax until the actual lens comes out and then blow into it.
Stop.
Wait, what are we?
Hurting me.
What kind of blow?
Not
No,
that
but
one. You guys are sick.
I don't know
fucks.
if Red or Red 7 meant that it had to be a more effective, like kind of suppression, because there was something like that. You guys remember not the hit effect, like the suppression made it worse. Like you would start losing focus and everything, and every one you had, and they took that out.
If you're a level 1, like you'll experience that. I think like once you get to like, it's the only skill that once you get to level 4, it actually does something, and it, you know, like there's no longer a negative effect from being low level. It just like goes away, really, or at least it's one of the things I notice when the wipe comes. That all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, the screen is flickering again. I remember this. But
Which skill is it?
I don't know.
I mean, listen, you're asking the wrong guy.
What
Where's
is there a
dashing
skill
going?
that helps with suppression or perception?
Stress resistance?
I'm
No, it
gonna
wouldn't be. Well, it could fit in stress resistance.
stress resistance, decreased chance of getting pain shock, tremor oscillation. The vocab.
Ooh.
And I get yelled at for using big words.
Stop.
Tremor,
We talked
tremor
about this.
oscillation.
The
Oh,
oscillation
you're
is
supposed to talk
the
at a
redness
grade
around
10
your
level.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? The suppression effect that wanted to be added.
I don't see it listed as like one of the. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm only level 11 stress resistance. Like probably is not it.
I don't know.
It didn't.
Could be a coding effect from just being a different level. Who knows? Who knows anything in this game?
Yeah. Skills. We need to data mine skills at this point to get any numbers from it.
Do you think, seeing that we're already on the topic of skills, do you think you should be able to cheat skills?
Cheese. No. Well, for me, cheesing and focusing skills is 2 different things,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, by
Yeah, so
definition,
for
you're
me-
saying should you do something that they don't want?
Want
what
or
cheesing means.
you know.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll rephrase it. Do you think you should be able to power level skills in a very short period of time?
No, not in a short period of time.
What's an
Then what's the
acceptable
point?
period of time?
Well, I mean, last patch without the exhaustion, it took 150 hours for me to get endurance from 20. I was 14 to 51. 150 hours of straight going, hour and hour.
What's
and
actually
getting 24 points.
what's actually shorter now with the
It
with
is short.
the change that they make, the diminishing returns thing that they put in. It actually, the first 10 minutes of the raid, if you level endurance, it actually boosts. It's 129%, so it only takes 114 hours of walking to actually get full stress resistance.
Yes, but the problem
Only
is that
Something like
I mean, endurance, not stress
Yeah.
resistance.
Oh, endurance, sorry. Yeah.
endurance.
If
Now,
they
the
make
problem
it
is
so that
that-
the skills level reasonably, then nobody has to cheese them. Like I'm level 52 on this account after reset, and I'm level 7 strength. Like what? Like what the? Like I'm never gonna get.
You
Well,
have to be.
They
It
sort
just
of
doesn't. It just doesn't scale. Like so many other things level
they think
so
they're
much
trying
faster.
to test like 2 things. So they're trying to test like how fast they should level in the end game when they have like the full game releases and there's like no wipes for a year or whatever. And then they also need to test what happens when the skills are at elite. So are they too overpowered and stuff like that. So I think that like being that it is a beta, there is really a place for people that are sort of focusing or, as you say, cheesing the skills because that needs to be tested. so
Yeah.
I don't see the problem with it. Like, I focus
Yeah, I mean,
my endurance. I walked
Yeah.
around. I like while I was watching streams, eating breakfast. I just walk around on night shoreline, just
Yeah.
fucking hold W and walk.
I mean,
I got
you're
max
focusing
level
your
endurance
skill.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it
Yeah.
is now, it makes sense. It makes sense to be able to experience that, but it's only a problem because you either cheese a bunch of the skills and you get to max level, or you never get there.
Exactly. And the problem with it's the exhaustion fucked over the casuals more than anything. So it took me 150 hours to get it. Now without filter, like 189 hours. If the guys can't even do it when there was no exhaustion, how the fuck are they going to do it now with this exhaustion phase in?
Last
Like it
wipe,
takes them even longer now.
last wipe on my main account, I hit level
time-wise.
70, and I threw every single grenade I found, which was ended up being about 15 to 20,000 grenades, and I still only got like level 35 to 40 strength.
You're gonna throw 31,400.
I thought someone walked
Shit,
in
man.
by me. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Did you just order a beer?
None for
Did you
us.
just text order a beer?
What the fuck?
Nice house guest.
What the hell?
It's my cousin.
Nice.
Must be
but,
nice.
It's yeah.
Watson, give me a beer. Sounds like a little.
Our sponsor today, Grolsch.
Bro,
Can you get him to wear a sexy outfit next time?
When are you
Maybe like
going
a-
to going home, Ghost? Off topic. You're not, are you? I've come to
months.
Europe before you. So just to
Yes.
give everyone a bit of backstory about Ghost, he said over 12 months ago he would be back in Europe. 12 months ago. And he's like, I'll be there by the end of the year. I'll be there by Christmas. And then they're like, I'll be there in January. What are we,
I
Feb
love
now?
how he messaged me is like, you know I'm gonna be there before you and leave there before you. And I'm just like, yep.
Are you coming to
that's-
TwitchCon?
that's- I will try, but that's a secret. Motherfucker.
When is it?
May.
Isn't it during PAX?
No. It's the end of April, start of May.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nikita will be there.
I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
Not staying with
You
me.
gotta come, guys.
Check your schedule. Veritas.
Not staying with you.
I-
Oh yeah.
I work from home and
I have nowhere to
Slush.
stay. Can I
World is
stay
my
in your
house.
house?
Fuck off.
Come on. Me and
Well,
Slush
my
can just
fucking
camp
house.
outside, dude. Come on.
I've only got 5 bedrooms. There's not enough room.
You only have 5 bedrooms.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm not
snuggle
gonna.
with
I'm not
some
gonna
of the
stay
Slush, it's fine.
anywhere, man. I'm gonna sleep on fucking park benches and be high on magic mushrooms the entire time. I don't care. It's Amsterdam,
Oh,
bro.
you're fine.
I don't need a bed.
Yeah. No, I'm
Where
actually
were you?
really
What-
excited for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna be.
We'll be at PAX. What are we going
okay.
to do at PAX? Are we just going to talk to people, Veritas, and that's it? Just drink beer?
I want you to carry me around like Hodor.
No, fuck off. You're giving me the piece of paper saying that you're my bitch.
Oh.
The parchment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing had 20,000 like views more the last time I seen it. Pestily, what you posted about
What was that?
Veritas.
Which one?
I wonder what what
what do I go through the mind?
it's so good.
It's so funny.
It's got,
So good.
I think it's up around 30,000 views now.
Yeah. There's no hackers.
almost as many as the dollars that we raised.
35,700 views.
It was worth it.
It's fucking epic. It's worth it.
I can't
just gotta
believe how much
figure out-
money you raised that night. That was crazy.
was that?
So good.
I can't
Yes.
believe how much money you raised that night. That was just insanity.
It's sanity.
50,300 something. Nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah,
in a
I gotta
day.
between now and PAX, I have to figure out how to either. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it in crayon or if I can do it in invisible ink. The letter to pest. I'm gonna figure out some way to get
Be
around it.
dodgy and not pay up for when
If
people
it's in
donate.
you didn't say it had to be like.
People donated $50,000 for that. $50,000, and you're gonna
I'll do
feel
it with
stingy.
50,000 crayon. They're one of those big boxes.
Jesus Christ. Like,
Wait, so what do you
it's
have
a
to
big
do?
quill.
What
how
is
it
the,
goes.
What-
I-
read-
I-
read
I
out
have
the
to look
document.
at it again. I have to
Read out-
basically say.
Open up the document. Read it out.
It's. I don't even know what it's called anymore. I have to go back to the VOD.
ode to
Go
Pestily.
find it.
It's basically Pestily is what, better, more handsome, a bunch of words that
Oh yeah.
And anything else more
couldn't
featherful.
spell. Yeah, chat
I
was
think you
sweet
should have to
spelling
do it.
them.
I think you should have to do it with a quill.
Yeah, it was meant to be with
Oh,
quill.
haven't-
Hell yeah.
Can you buy
With
buy
one of
those
those
anywhere
with one of those
locally is the
stamps on
question.
it.
Those what?
Yeah, you can buy them at like Fuller's bookstores and that kind of place.
I don't know what that is, but it sounded
It's
like
just
Amazon to
standard
me.
books.
Amazon.
Yeah. Well, Amazon. Yeah. Same thing. Oh yeah, you got Amazon. You can buy anything there.
It's American.
Yeah. A wax seal.
Great.
Oh yeah, I was looking into those actually.
The
I'm just gonna get just a giant. Never mind.
No. It has to be a Pestily.
sack.
Like, go custom make one. A wax.
No, but it has to be.
Yeah, I'll
it has
get
to
a
be
wax
Veritas
mold,
one,
alright.
'cause It has to.
Max.
It has to. it
It's
has to
coming from
represent-
House Stark or whatever, right? Like I gotta. Yeah, it'll be good. All right, it'll be good. I'll even do the teabag. You know.
Oh,
where you-
dip
where
the
you-
paper so it's like.
so it looks
yeah.
like it's all old. It's gonna be
You're gonna
proper.
teabag him.
I'll burn the. Well, I'm gonna teabag him and then I'm gonna teabag the paper. But I'm gonna burn the edges. You ever do that in school
Frame.
where if you put the
Yeah,
teabag on
yeah.
the paper and then you burn the edges, it makes it look like a super old.
It
Yeah.
just sounds like you're pitching out of this whole thing.
I just said I'm gonna make a scroll that looks like it's ancient and do a wax seal, and that's bitching out.
And
Okay,
then
I'll
write
do-
on it with crayon. And write on it
I'll-
with crayon. Pestily invented at me.
It's what I'm
Write
gonna
on
use
it
for
with
the
the
wax.
crayon.
The crayons is for the wax.
Oh, okay.
It's for the wax seal. Let me just.
You can just buy. You can buy
Gotta get out
you
of
can
this.
buy a
Oh,
wax seal kit, man. You can buy those. My
I'm
wife
going
has
on
one just
Etsy
sitting over
as
there. I
we
can see
speak.
it.
I'm going on Etsy as we speak. Actually, you know what?
You can get
My
custom
wife could
ones.
probably make one. She's got.
My
she's
wife
got
has
the
one that's a
technology.
badger for badger.
Wait, don't you have a 3D printer, Veritas?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you can get you get Sigma to 3D print you one.
Yeah.
A stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Fuck.
We'll talk.
Like, which beer am I up to? Let's get us
What,
back
you
on the
mean-
Tarkov topic.
Tess is
Yeah.
drunk. He had 2 sips.
I had a beer with dinner, so I thought I'd keep drinking.
There we go.
Alcoholic.
Went wild.
Oh, all the beers here are just like 6.5%, 8%. It's like, what?
Yeah. Yep.
Have 2 beers, I'm drunk.
Oh, there's Sigma there. You can ask her. She'll 3D print you one, maybe.
Someone asked me, oh, okay, so point,
Lightweight.
next patch is point 12.4, comes with interchange
Lighting.
lighting. The actual lighting did look better. It was the brighter areas are brighter and the darker areas are darker.
Darker.
But if there's anything to do with the lighting, I just want to be able to use a thermal inside there. At the moment, it's
Yeah, the whole-
impossible.
Yeah, the whole
No,
night.
That's a
can't,
can of
yeah.
worms.
Even outside, it's yeah, really bad. What are you doing?
I'm hiding.
From who?
He doesn't want to talk about thermals. He's afraid.
What? You don't want to. We don't need to talk about thermals.
No, I don't care. I'm maybe.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like the most OP thing in the game. You don't need. You can't. Not even
Oh.
skill can beat it.
Nothing can beat the
You
thermals.
said it, dude, not me. You said it.
Oh my god, dude! Honestly,
I just wanted to know how anybody knows that they got killed by it. That's all I wanted to know.
Ugh.
That's what I always want to know. I was like, how did
I thought that was a reasonable question.
Because
Everybody's saying they're a
assume that
problem.
anyone
Is it because
I mean-
you go to every stream and every stream is using thermals, or is it
because everyone that dies assumes that the other person must have.
It's the servers that are
Yeah,
shit.
So I couldn't
I couldn't have-
possibly die to another person.
I
'cause they're
couldn't
so
die
amazing.
because there must have been a hacker. It must have been ping, and now it's fucking thermals.
Exactly.
Well, there's always
It's a
gonna be
hacker
someone
with
to blame, man.
high
It was-
ping, and they're playing with thermals.
It was hacker, ping abuse, thermals. Like there's always next is gonna be guns. It's like everyone just they think it can't possibly be me. I'm amazing. I'm global on CS:GO. It's like not possible. that I could possibly have died. Like, maybe you just shit, motherfucker. Maybe you just shit at the game. All right? Maybe you just died because that person saw you before you saw them and shot at you. What a fucking surprise. It's like
99% of deaths are
about
probably about
that.
97% of deaths are your own motherfucking fault. The 3% of the server's going down at the moment. Every other death you fucked up. I don't care what it was.
I don't know about you guys, but I get like a bunch of clips that get submitted to me all the time to be like, hey, what happened here? Like I shot the guy in the head, and 95% of them are it's just height over bore. It's the fact that you're 15 feet away from them and your dot is on their mouth. You don't realize that like the dot is here and the barrel's here, so it's hitting them in the chest or in the arm or the shoulder. I think that's like, if there's something that any new players are watching right now, realize that just because your dot is on some part of the target does not mean that's where the bullet's going to hit.
Yeah.
Or the crosshair.
The arm armor. The arm armor is what it is, man. That shit stops so many bullets. Every scav out there has fucking titanium arms. That shit just tanks so many
They're
bullets.
really good at wailing them in the right time, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. I actually got shot one day. I got shot by a pistoling. Ran up to me and I gave him the finger and he shot me in the hand. I was like, no way. It's just like it protected my face.
Was it you that had a clip where did someone shoot your gun, or was that somebody else?
No, it wasn't me. I watched a clip the other day and it was on Interchange, and the guy was watching his own clip because he just couldn't fathom it. And he put it in like 0.25 times speed, and he's shooting full auto with this scav, and the scav is like legit matrixing the shot. He's like... and it's like, I can't, like, it's bending like left and right like that. Legs are going out to the left, legs are going to the right. I couldn't believe it.
Seen that?
I need to find that clip.
Kings has got one where he comes around the corner and he shoots a player, and the player's like there, and then he starts shooting, and the second he starts shooting, the player goes like that, but his feet stay in the same position and his legs are like spaghetti, and he just goes, and it's just like this instant transmission, but he leaves his shoes behind and then kills him. It's like,
maybe that was it. I don't know. It wasn't Kings' clip though. It was definitely.
It was so rare.
My favorite moment like this that I never would have thought was in the game until it happened was down by the elevator in labs. And I remember a dude peeked out. We both were like in the middle of a grenade throw animation, and the grenades hit each other and just basically like bounced. And we both were like, "Oh shit!" and turned around because it just stopped both of the grenades, and there was no way to predict where I was gonna go. That was
I
like
love when you come around a corner and grenade just like hits you straight in the face and just bounces off your head, and you're just like, like...
That should give you a suppression effect.
Yeah.
If something hits you in the nose, you should like.
It needs the sound effect. It needs a sound effect that you get hit like.
Doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes like a really comedic sound effect. One of the like that. Pretty good.
That's gonna be the 40 mils. Who wants to talk about that? 40
They're
mil.
coming in the next one, aren't they? Underground.
Maybe.
It's the.
So what's in the next patch, and when is the next patch?
It's interchange changes. So they're going to add 3 new extracts, which, by the way, this a little bit of tangent it's going to be, but they posted a photo of an access card on Instagram, which went to Twitter and that too. But it looked like it was a different one from the labs one. Do you think you could probably kill Killer to get an extract card for interchange?
What would the card be used for? Like a panel on an electric fence or something? Like
maybe.
I reckon it's gonna be
outside the mall.
Kiba has one. I reckon Kiba's gonna get one, and the Kiba, you'll have to kill Killer to get a key, and that key unlocks Kiba, and then an alarm goes off. I reckon they'll
Could be an elevator.
That would be sick, assuming that was the only way in, and that the loot in there was amazing. Like they're
getting an overhaul.
Yeah. Oh. I reckon they're gonna make it like Sturm and Stash. That's what I reckon.
Oh fuck.
I feel like they also maybe need like another way out though, like a side door. On the other side, both of the glass. Yeah, because like there's nothing you can do if you're in there and there's just dudes upstairs and across the way, and you can't. Not like smoke grenades
life.
work. You can't pop flash. Like you just have to run and put your head down and zigzag. You know.
No,
He-
you put your
he-
ass to him, man.
He also said that they're going to spawn raiders as well. The alarm's going to spawn raiders.
That's sick.
Yeah, that is going to make Interchange the go-to map for me.
14
that'll be fun.
chord. Isn't this
Hell
the
yeah.
full? Oh wait, did you guys see the expansion they did on Shoreline? They same as customs. If you go check on customs, the new side, those buildings got some details inside of them. And on Shoreline, CCP, you know the extract.
Yeah.
Buildings. There's buildings now. There's cars. It's being laid out now, and they are
Behind it?
actually stuff. Yes, behind it. Now you can see more detail, and you can see inside
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the building. And
Why couldn't they just
there's
fill
now
all
stuff.
some of that open space with some shit? Like,
I
they
don't
need
know
to
if it's going
expand
to
the
be
map. They need to
an
put some shit
add-on.
in the middle.
or it's going to be a load-in for a new map.
But that's
So,
pretty dope. Yeah.
Lighthouse, yeah. And then on the opposite side, you know where the training, where the people were doing the thing. On that side, there's also details by the buildings and stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's more. There's everywhere is getting more detailed now.
That's been patched, right? Because I've told
Yes.
I've told Nikita
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
times to fix it.
yeah.
Right.
How
But
long's
they
it been
fixed all the
around? I
code
saw
now.
someone sent me a message the other day, and I sent it to the what's his faces, but yeah, then Cotton posted it in the thing, and it was still going, and I'm just like,
They
It's been
knew
around for ages,
before
hasn't
the
it?
video was posted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dashi told me about it, and then I was like, "Does it still
Yeah.
work?" And I told him to tell me how it's going, because everything is time based. So why is it working? Kind of figured it out, and then I just gave it all to Dimitri and Nick.
What would you guys say about every single person with max level strength and max level endurance get put back to level 10?
The guys that
I
glitched
have
it,
max level endurance, but I would be sad if you did that.
I'll just do it again.
I don't know.
mean,
if there's
I
people,
feel-
if there's
I'll
people
just
that
do it
do
again.
yeah.
I mean, if I spent 150 hours, it's not going to stop me from doing 189 hours to do it now again. I'll do it with the stream,
Like I get
just to show
I get
people.
that it makes you really fast. I've never been, I don't think even higher than
I've
level
never
like
been.
25 strength, but
The endurance is OP, man.
I never,
Endurance
but I
Endurance
never,
is.
I can see that being meaningful for sure. It never occurs to me that if when I lose a fight or I die, that I'm like, wow, that guy was so fast. Unless it's like laggy, I just never noticed it. So like, if they do it, it's gonna change nothing for me, right? Like,
That's
Literally,
what-
the
that's what I'm
level
saying.
between
Well-
the level between level is it 50 and 51 for endurance. That one level difference is like game changing, because you go from ADSing and then stopping your ADS, and then for a little bit of time you need to wait for your endurance to go back up. It's like, is it 15 seconds or 12 seconds or something? You go from
For reset,
to
7.
full 7 seconds, from zero stamina to full. Whereas like, you know how like long it takes at the moment. It's so strong. The
Yeah.
speed one is just annoying because people, when they do loot runs, get there first. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much faster.
But it's not as fast as people think it was. It doesn't scale anymore. So I mean, you're not like Cuddy going from, 2 seconds and then jumping and flying through the air.
Does the
and
bunny
then
hop
healing
jump
and running
faster?
away. You jump like the distance on further is like you being able to jump almost across the road, and now you just stop before it. So from level 12 to like 20, it used to go up every 2 like points. So you would be like 8% more strength or height jump. Now it doesn't scale up like that anymore. So it's not as powerful as it was. But people are still fast as fuck. But this
fast
is what I'm
as
saying.
fuck,
Like,
boy.
as
Does
soon
it-
as soon as
is
this
there max level that is significant, or because I've never noticed? I notice endurance for sure, but like strength to me, like I said, I've never been high level. I've just never noticed it. It's never been a
Yeah.
skill that's been relevant to me.
I mean,
So-
if you run with me, if I didn't have endurance, I don't think you would see a difference. Like it's not gonna be like how it was.
The strength's more to do with like, you can, like, I'm level 20 strength, and I can, like, compared to like a level 10 strength, I can run a fort and be about as fast as someone in a Gen 4. So
that's what
it
I'm
gives
saying.
it gives you the ability to run heavier armor and heavier bullshit
So it's and still run the same speed as other people.
That doesn't
That's what I
sound
wanted to
like
say about the
OP.
comforting.
It sounds like a normal skill that you level that
The-
gives you
Yeah.
some benefit,
Yeah,
but not
the
like
strength. The strength isn't the OP one though. The endurance is the OP
Endurance
one.
is.
Because the endurance you run until you finish your endurance, and then usually it'll take you like 15 seconds to get a full bar back. It takes like 3 seconds to get a full bar back. So all you have to do is just run, stop, 1, 2, 3, and it's pretty much full again, and then you just take off again. Like you can run almost endlessly with only like small breaks in between. Whereas like when you don't have full endurance, you can't do that. Like it is fucking OP.
So what I want,
if-
what I want is when the strength, sorry, when these comfort changes come in, they actually change the strength from not being speed at all, and make it less effect of the comfort, or your comfort factor is increased. So like you can have more weight and be comfortable. That I would much rather that.
That's exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Because I want to wait for the comforting, and I have 51 strength. I want to taste it. That's the first thing I want to do. Is I want to see, like, if I get to max, how much does it help me in the comfort? I'm going to take my second account and I'm going to test it side by side, load on the big guy and see like how much difference it does. But that's what I want to do. I just wanted to wait for this comfort thing.
does
Like,
the
everyone just
regen
wants to
is
cut strength.
so you guys were saying that the regen was OP. Let's just say the regen was the same for everybody, but your stamina bar was like 5 times longer or whatever. Would that still be OP, or is it is like the regen the key?
I think it's the
I don't
regen
know.
and
It's
the
the
amount
regen.
of how much stamina you have.
Yeah, I think it's the region.
Go
Yeah.
next time
Regen,
you're
like-
working. Go watch Quattro Ace's stream and watch him after he finishes running. All right, just have it up on one of your 7 monitors, and watch Quattro Ace's stream and watch him when he stops running. It is like full max stamina
Oh, it
again,
goes up
and he's
so
off again.
Yeah. The difference between 50 and 51 is fucked, man. Like, it's so fast. Like I got 51 the other day, and then I am a god, and I just started running Fortin out and everywhere because I just don't care.
So like, and I'm saying
and I
that
can still beat people to the resort on Shoreline in a Fortin out. And
anyone who's watching this, I'm not playing down Quattro Ace's skill. He's an amazing player, but there is an element of having these skills at max level do give you an advantage. So particularly like you throw a grenade and you run like 4 grenades, you're out of stamina. Well, it doesn't really matter because by the time you throw the 4th grenade, you're still back at max stamina. Like those kind of things give you a massive advantage.
Is it massive though? I mean, you think? Let's do the meme comparison that everybody's been doing. Quattro with level 1 skills against an average player, and Quattro with the skills now against an average player. Literally no difference.
No
difference.
fucking.
Quattro Ace
I hate
at
that.
level 1 with no skills, same gear as Quattro Ace at max skills, same gear. Quattro Ace with max skills wins every time.
So the skills
Bruh.
are OP, but his movement, his mechanics, and his aim, and how he plays, and like knows the angles, like that's what's key.
Think of it.
The matter is that like half the time when I'm out of stamina, that I need to heal and reload anyway. So I don't know. Like
Okay, you got to think of it as the ability to be able to flank, for example, becomes heaps more, like it's a much bigger advantage. So you take a shot, you can quickly maneuver to a new location, get your aim back up. It's you can constantly move so much faster.
You can
We need
also
to do, like,
hold
a side-by-side.
angles for like you can hold ADS angles for like a literal eternity. If you have a gun that has over like 80 ergo, like I can sit there ADS for like a 50-minute raid, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's
yeah, but I could do that too.
Wait. Veritas
I've got-
is usually dead before he runs out of stamina.
Oh my. No, but I mean,
I was watching your stream today, Pest. You spent some time in the dirt. Just
Oh,
saying.
I was waiting for Deadlistop to finish his
wow.
raid.
okay.
Gear up.
Mr. 35% survival starts throwing shade. Jeez.
Oh,
You talking about
Wait, who,
me?
me or Pest?
No, Veritas.
Pest, what's your survival rate?
I have no idea. I
Sure, he
actually,
doesn't.
it's in the 30s, but I think it's like 39 at the moment. I did just start a standard account in
39?
Europe. Yeah. My main's on 50 something.
That's
I'm at 39.
terrible.
What?
You guys suck. What's yours at, guys? 80 something?
70.
Yeah, but he's
70.
squad
I
player.
died.
Squad player.
There's literally 4 other people in your entire country.
Ooh. Me?
What?
What?
No, Slush.
Hey,
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
purely.
and one of them left.
And I saw
And one of them, yeah, exactly. One of them left.
Oh my god.
I thought you guys were better. Everyone keeps coming into my chat and being like, "Oh, Veritas and Pest are so good at the game," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty shit. They're better than me. I'm way better than you, motherfuckers." I'm gonna start telling everyone.
I'll be the first to say that, dude.
You guys suck balls. No, I'm kidding.
Survival rate doesn't mean shit. It
It doesn't
really
mean-
doesn't.
I died 300 times leveling my skills. So I mean, this is the first patch where I said I don't fucking care about it, and I'm on semi survival rate now. So
I pretty much just do whatever I feel like at the time. Oh, let's go in with a hatchet. Let's go in with a
Yeah.
pistol. Let's go in with a
that's fine.
random
Don't say
meme gun.
anything.
Yeah. Listen, Pesty, who would win? You with Alton Fort and any gun you want against you with a pistol.
Against you with an Xbox controller.
Who would win?
Who would win? You with
Which-
a trackpad or you with a Xbox?
Wait. Which pistol?
Did you guys know there's a streamer that plays ZFT with a trackball?
Oh,
Bullshit.
yeah.
He's an Australian guy.
Amazing.
Seriously,
Why you gotta
He's
roast
good.
Amazing.
he's good too.
Yeah, he's so good.
It's-
I mean, he's better than.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going on this.
I'm waiting
Yeah,
to see him in chat.
Who would win? Ghost with a pistol or Slash Puppy full Chattatello on a Dance Dance Revolution mat? Let's test it.
I don't care. I just want to see it.
I want to see it. Can I also be on a test?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Reload! Oh shit! Reload! Oh shit!
Man, it's swinging
that
in the
bitch
wind.
max
so
skills.
bounce on the bat.
Oh,
think.
Dear God.
There we go.
it's an EL fudge, bro. It's my dinner. Okay.
Newton bar.
Show us
Shame.
it. Do you plug? Hot
Plug.
pockets.
EL. I'm not sponsored by EL fudge. They don't.
Why
they didn't
not?
Earn.
Fudge.
Isn't it
Run an
L?
ad.
Isn't it L fudge?
Yeah.
Nope.
Did I post that?
Why is it? What's EL fudge?
It's the guy's initials. There's period.
Oh, El
Elf,
Fudjo.
Elf Witch.
Oh. Oh.
Double
Why
stuff.
is Pesty
In bold
allowed to
lettering.
drink beer and he's allowed to eat, and us, me and Slash, we just have to sit here? That's bullshit.
Because it's 10:30 a.m. in the morning, and my wife had hit me if I started drinking beers.
But that has never stopped you.
No, in fact, after this, I will be going to get beers.
Wait, it's Friday, isn't it? It is Friday. Happy Valentine's Day,
Yeah, it
everyone.
is.
Happy Valentine's.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are time travelers.
We are.
It's 6 p.m. on Thursday here.
Better stop helping all the casuals with your videos, okay?
You guys doing anything for
I just want it to
Valentine's
be easy
Day?
for us because we're bad. We need it to be easy. I want the bullets to curve towards whatever target, like aim assist. That's what I've been asking for a long time.
Alright,
It doesn't answer
alright.
my DM.
So seeing that Tarkov's got what? How long till the next 4 months? What are you guys
4
going to do
months.
for the next 4 months?
I'm
Glitch my
gonna
strength.
become a woods boss.
See how long it takes me to get to 1 million rubles.
I'm
I
going
don't think you have
full
enough time.
Chattatello at the moment. I was watching Clean do his fucking Master Splinter raids, and I was like, I'm going full opposite of this. There's no rat play here. I've just been running Fort Alton everywhere, being fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Chad and just shitting on everyone. I'm just gonna do that for the rest of the patch. I'm just gonna welcome all the new players to Tarkov with my foul, my zero recoil foul.
That's
God,
not even
it's so long, dude. It's so long.
It's not.
Yep.
Like there's a content patch on the way. Don't
So-
worry, you can make all the casual videos on them.
Yeah.
I just hope the content patches aren't just like, oh, here's 2 more guns.
So do we know what's going to be in the content patch? Have they talked about any of it?
I want
Content.
to get the 40
I
more.
did a video on it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's always vague. It's like, oh, in the next patch there should be this, but we don't know. It's like
Yeah.
interchange. There was interchange. Was it airdrops? When are the airdrops coming? Let's talk about the
No,
airdrops for a
that's-
minute. I don't like
that's,
them personally. It's a no-fly zone. The only way it works in my head is if you see the plane flying across, a SAM shoots up.
Takes it down.
Not that Sam, but a different Sam shoots up,
Damn.
and then the plane crashes in the distance. And at the back, you see the fucking raiders just jumping out the back cargo bay, pushing the thing out, diving out after it. And then these 4 raiders like coming down with his cargo, smacks into the earth. That's the only way I can see it working.
Well, because that's the only way that they can have something dynamically spawn in the middle of the map that doesn't poof out of thin air, right? Like imagine running along and all of a sudden there's like a Humvee pulls up, literally just materializes in front of you like the DeLorean in Back to the Future, and raiders come out. Like,
Well,
You know what would be
well,
better?
I guess the
dynamic of the game though.
You know what would be a fucking shitload better? There's like 4 different car routes, truck routes, and a truck fucking just, you hear the truck like gunning it. And it's like smashes into a tree. And then the fucking, the loot tumbles out the back of the truck. And
just one
raiders
dead scab. Just,
yeah, and it's like a couple of raiders are like coming, they just get out the passenger door or something.
Well, the problem with airdrops is if they have like a gun, like a gunship gets shot down, and then like an airdrop drops out, and there's like 5 fucking raiders parachute down. Every single map, even if they pull the parachute 100 meters off the ground, you'll be able to see them from anywhere on the map and just pop them while they're still floating down.
Yeah.
Like unless they pull their parachute like 6 inches from the earth.
Well,
they're
it is
just gonna
Tarkov.
People are just gonna,
like Shroud and
people are just gonna
PUBG
pick
back
them
in the
up.
day. You just
Yeah,
land
people are
and
just
it's
gonna pick
people floating.
Yeah, exactly. People are just gonna pick them off. So it's just gonna be free loot. Unless they Halo drop in, some shit like that.
Or they don't open the parachute. They're just like spuddy. Like, it's like
That's a little bit.
Yeah.
Hard landing.
Yeah.
the like the Avenger. What is it, like the superhero landing?
Oh,
Yeah. Definitely,
I can
definitely
picture
don't
like
skip leg day.
imagine if like you got out on the truck exfil on Woods or something, and like you leave, and then like maybe that could trigger like a truck pulling in or something that was had like loot on it or something on the back of it. Like there's a couple different ways I think that they could pull it off without doing airdrops. But is that it? So is the whole no fly zone lore the reason why most people are against it?
I just don't want it to copy other
It's
games.
like you lied to us.
yeah.
Two things. I don't want them. I don't want
Yeah.
to change their story. I feel like if that's the story, I don't want them to be writing the lore as they're going. I hope that they've got a fairly solid vision of what's going on. And Nikita's not saying, "Oh, this would be cool. Add that into the."
This is Lost season 2, bud.
Yeah,
They don't know where they're going yet.
Yeah,
It's gonna be polar bears.
That's the
plenty
first
of-
point.
There's
And
plenty of no-fly zones in the world, though. Like, there's no fly zones in Syria at the moment, and I guarantee you the American government is dropping fucking air supply drops to Peshmerga fucking rebels. Like, it's not.
but at the same time, like,
had 100%, man.
but the games,
Well, they-
the games are already got plenty of like those kind of things. That Fortnite, PUBG, and then fucking every game, even Apex Legends. Let's have a creative idea that's not a straight copy from games that we've just seen.
I would love, like, if the plane of Woods was carrying it. Obviously, it couldn't carry that kind of supplies, but that would be cool. It's on the map. It dropped it before it crashed and all that. But I know there's a story with that whole thing coming together.
Like, I love the idea of dynamic events attracting
Yes.
PvP to different areas of the map.
Like Kiba's a perfect example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just make it so it's something different than a fucking airdrop. It could literally just be like a car just drives in off the map. It's literally like 10 seconds till it smashes into the tree.
Can you
And then-
imagine how janky though? Picture Tarkov
It's already
animation.
got cars that leave when the extracts happen.
I'm picturing it rolling, but like the wheels aren't turning. I'm picturing just like a JPEG.
It's like the back of it's like
would probably be awesome. I mean, their animations are dope, but for some reason, I just picture a literal truck JPEG just sliding across.
It's got like little smoke coming out in the fucking 2D like GIF animations like
Because
Mario
all we-
Kart does.
All we've ever seen in
It hops
Tarkov
across the map.
is that there's like one clip of somebody like crawling up behind the truck in like interchange, and the truck like freaks out. That's our only experience with vehicles.
And then it just flies off.
Yeah.
Like the train, what happens on
shit's
reserve.
funny.
They just like gone. Best animation.
What about if they use-
train? That's good on customs. The train rolling through, yeah.
What if they use stuff like that's
that'd
already
be
in the
good.
game? So like the train or the helicopter on reserve, and there's scavs that actually go into the helicopter and start it up, and then it goes to take off.
Well-
it crashes, and then the loot falls out the back of it.
Well, they could do like a like locked doors as well that are like exits to secret facilities. So like a siren starts going off and then the door opens and then like fucking raiders move out and then try and move some sort of object like airdrop or something like
through the
that
map.
from that location through the map. Like,
So you want
I don't know.
What was that? What was that game with Tracer and the other guy, Junkrat?
Fucking Overwatch.
It's just
Yeah,
Overwatch.
yeah,
It's just escorting the
Overwatch.
car really slowly.
It's fucking cargo. No, I love the dynamic events. It shouldn't just, I don't want to see stuff falling through because then I'll ask myself, where's the wall? Where's the fire? Where's the gas? Reference BR. Okay. No one gets it.
You want a chicken dinner, is what you're saying.
No, I don't want it to be like that. I don't want the feeling of, something is falling through the sky and everyone just goes,
It doesn't even need to be a drop.
for fucking crackers.
It could be hidden caches that require key cards that you just have a dynamic event where if you find the key card in the raid, you got to find which cache it goes to. You open the cache, an alarm goes off, raiders spawn, and it just attracts people to a location. It could be literally anything. For me, it's just parachutes are done.
Well, I said that as an idea, some kind of item on a map that there's only like one of them can spawn and it's radioactive and you can use the GM counter to locate it and then like heaps of people can be drawn to it.
We talked about that ages ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you can sell it for like a bunch of money, and so it's like a radioactive isotope or something like that, and people can use the GM counter to track you. And so once you've got it in your backpack, they can track you. And once you've got it in your backpack as well, it also affects your health. So you sort of like you
die about it.
Yeah, you're like radiation poisoning, and your skin starts sloughing off like a fucking
Division
fallout.
Dark Zone. It's Dark Zone. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, though.
I don't know, just like as an additional mechanic, or I mean, I thought that'd be a good idea for like a arena style gameplay, but like just like as an additional mechanic on maps, if you want additional mechanics, that'd be a cool idea. I think.
Any sort of event that attracts people to certain locations to entice PvP, but isn't just your typical. There's a parachute falling out the sky.
See, this is what Hunt Showdown does really well. Is the bosses like they draw people in for PvP. That shit is awesome, and Tarkov doesn't do it very well. Well, Hunt Showdown has like there's bosses on the map, and you go to clues, and then everyone once they find the location of the map of the boss, or someone starts fighting the boss, then the boss becomes known on the map, and then you all gather to that area to fight if you want to fight. But if Tarkov only has like a few things that do that, they have the fucking opening the doors in labs and scav shooting or like other people shooting, but they need more things as like they're not. It doesn't matter how much loot they give you if they just give you a tiny little bit of loot. All they really are is catalysts for PvP, and that's all they need to be. And that's what Tarkov misses a lot of is like really really high quality PvP catalysts. Reserve has a really good one with the alarm going off. The second that alarm goes off, everyone's just like out the window, just like it's like ready to shoot that motherfucker. The second the train gets there, everyone's like fucking I want to do it. Like you need that kind of shit.
And then you picture being on customs or woods and you look off in the distance and you see some smoke. Like what the fuck? And you roll up and you just see a human USEC on a spit and the fucking cultists around like imagine that just randomly they're doing like rituals. That would be so dope, dude.
Or like a like some even just like a flare shoots up. Like it just a fucking red flare fires up into the air for help. Like it doesn't even need to be like if at the start of the map there's 4 raiders gathered around a fucking box, and the second someone engages one of those raiders, or the raiders catch a sniff of someone engaging them, they fire a flare into the air for air rescue. They like there's no air rescue coming. Nothing needs to happen.
No, it doesn't have to be air rescue.
Gone off.
Don't tell
it
them
could be a convoy.
It doesn't even need to. It doesn't need to be anything. It just could be just they're firing up a flare to show their people that they need help. No help needs to come. it just shows where they are, and it shows that someone is engaging them. So everyone's like, well, let's go fuck them up. Like that kind of shit. Like that's what you need.
When you're in interchange, this is an example that just happens without even it being deliberate. When you're in interchange and you hear a full auto RPK, what's the first thing you hear? You think
Killer.
Someone's fighting killer.
Free loot.
And you start running over. Oh, I do. I start running over to him. Like, it's time to go kill that person.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, no, that's my kill. That's my kill. I need 98 more.
Now we're gonna have a
See, that's the point of it. They're PvP catalysts. Like the loot itself is not insane. It's good enough to draw people to it, but it's not game-breakingly insane. It's not 10 million rubles, but it's worth going to because it is good, and so it drives PvP, and that's like the main PvP area on interchange is where killer is because of that. So that's the kind of stuff that you need to do. You need to have that kind of shit in the game, I think.
Yeah, it's where they should go next without just copying other games. Like we just put out like 30 different examples then of things that could be events that aren't a fucking airdrop. That's the only reason I got against it. It's like it's just done and Battlestar Games is better than just doing that. That's how I see it. Yeah.
But the airdrop is it's a means to an end. Like it's a simple way of doing something, and it's like the idea of the airdrop is not to subterfuge the lore and make it so that there's an airdrop coming in. Who gives a shit about the lore? The idea of the airdrop is to simulate PvP on a map, and it's an easy way because it comes from the sky, it can land fucking anywhere, and it works. Like that's why I think it's a good option, because it's like, who cares if it's like a no-fly zone? People still fly into no-fly zones all the time. They're just trying to drop something like that. But it's like, forget the lore for a second. It's a good way to stimulate PvP, no matter what it is. Like, it could be anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be a fucking massive explosion and giant smoke dicks fly up in the air. Who gives a shit? As long as there's loot there and people want to go there, I don't care. Like,
it's for the casuals, so that the casuals can get some loot, but get shot while they're trying to go get it.
It could, for all I care, it could be a fucking 2D 300-foot tall fucking Papega frog singing the fucking Crazy Frog song. As long as I know where to go and I know there's going to be people there, then it's fine. It could be anything. Who gives a shit?
Wait, what's the Papega song?
That's my opinion. No, I don't know. The Crazy Frog song.
Yeah, the Crazy Frog.
Yeah. Like, who cares what it is?
Yeah. I mean, it would be cool if you just hear a plane and then it crashing and then exploding and then there's flares or smoke.
But really, if you could stand and look in that thing, it would just pop in. Like, I wonder, can you imagine what your frame rate's going to be if there's like a plane coming in, crash and explode?
It wants to be hearing and then it just spawns. Yes, I want it like that because
I want the plane to crash out of the map. I want the plane to crash out of the map and the raiders to spud in with the fucking drop. If they're going to do it.
Yeah. Or just have a random truck breakdown and there's a radio call.
Or a million other things that we just suggested.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do
Would
agree.
it be cool
I
to
don't
have
want it to be
different ways to find out about it as well. So like when they bring the radio into the game, it would be cool if like the truck breaks down and then they start broadcasting like an emergency signal over like a specific radio band, and so you check the radio and then you like scan through the bands and then you hear fucking suka pliat, like it's just like people going crazy, man. And then it's just like, oh, they're at this location because I don't know, one of my mods speaks Russian and he translated for me. It's just like
suka wood cutting mill. Suka.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
couldn't
but
think
it's
of
the
the
same
word.
as like
Lumber mill.
But it's the same as the thing in labs. It's like she's like sec the gi, and he's like, yep, just run off. Like,
I know where I'm going.
Like you know, like exactly when she says it. Well, that motherfucker's a pussy, and he's about to die. Like, you know what's happening, man.
Killer's alarm. I mean, the keeper's alarm is gonna do the same. I want to see the effect of the alarm. I hope it's not as loud as fucking reserve, but I hope it is noticeable. Like,
It
Yeah.
better not be the same alarm. I want like a.
No,
You know that.
I've
You know, there's car
fucked them
alarms.
Yeah. That's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I really think
Yeah.
One thing I wish that they had on reserve was the ability to shoot those fucking air horn sirens.
How good would it
If I
be?
could shoot, yeah. If you could just shoot them and like, if there was one that's like way off the map that you can't shoot and you can just hear it, that's fine. But if I could, like when I'm sitting in Orb 1 in fucking
Yeah.
West and I'm looking out the window to South and it goes off and it is literally just in my face, just go,
It's
"Man!"
right there.
It's just like,
The meta would be everybody would spawn in and you'd hear pop pop. Pop up, pop up, pop up, and everybody's like, everybody just
Yeah.
wait. It's
Everyone
an
work
agreement.
together.
We're all just gonna take out
Yeah.
the alarms.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. man.
Gentleman's
Yeah.
agreement.
What if it was that like really high pitched just screech, like but really fucking high pitched?
Oh,
No, it needs to be. It would need to be the like the air raid siren. When I hear that,
I was-
dude,
yeah.
my heart races.
Yeah.
My heart-
Yeah.
I think probably from seeing like Twister as a kid, but when you hear the, I'm like,
Oh,
oh god,
no,
it's on, it's happening. Oh no.
They do it here on the first
Exactly.
first Monday of every month. Every single like area of
Oh my
Netherlands
god.
has like an
Dude,
air
that's
raid siren.
horrifying.
I heard it. I'm like, look out the window.
When I hear
no one's doing
when I hear
anything.
the
I'm like,
emergency services tests on the TV, I panic. And they're like, this is
Just grab
this is a test broadcast. This is I'm like, oh god, is it really? Is it really? They would say that, wouldn't they? Would they say that? Dad?
Just, are you a prepper?
Dad? Is it real?
It's only because you're a terrified American that's afraid of
Yeah.
afraid of commies, bro.
Hey man, they're everywhere,
I played
bud.
Fallout once.
I saw Chernobyl. I know what can happen.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I live near one of those
Veritas-
planes.
This is a test of the broadcast facility, and and Veritas is at the door with his gun, just like, who are they? I've got a red door, motherfuckers. Like-
He skips at the end of the food chain and just starts going to cannibalism. Just eats his neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah.
what's the
Yeah.
Tesla car alarm like, Veritas?
You're
asking
the
me.
Tesla?
You drive a Tesla, don't you?
You son of a bitch. You're such a shithead. I hate you so much. No, I don't drive a Tesla.
He's the
I
kind
drive
of
a
vegan
fucking
hipster
Honda
that would
Civic.
drive one.
I drive a literal Honda. Isn't
Oh,
Cotton
yeah.
I
one with a
definitely drive a
Tesla?
Tesla.
Actually, Cotton
not
did
bad.
want to buy one, didn't he?
He had
No,
one.
he brought one. He
I
has
thought
one.
He has one.
Yeah. I thought it recently got hit or something. I vaguely recall. But yeah, he's got a Tesla, not me.
Everyone here
Yeah.
has a Tesla.
Don't
Everyone
Don't
here.
car
Tesla.
shame me.
Don't car shame me.
It was like, this is an 89 Honda.
VTEC.
It is. Yeah, it's a VTEC, and I've got a whistle tip on it.
A Tesla Civic.
That's what the alarm should be. Woo woo. That's what the alarm should be. It's only in the mountain.
Oh god.
How funny.
So good.
I miss talking to you guys. It has actually been months to
It
have
is.
have a conversation with you guys.
Yeah.
How far away? Pest,
Yeah.
you're closer to me now. We probably can't like. Would it be the most ridiculous thing if we all raided together, or would it be like, are the pings so bad?
The
It's
only
just
one would be
for-
Slush.
I don't care.
A slush.
I don't care. I'll play on EU.
Average 140.
Give a shit.
I want to fucking raid
Not now.
Pass
Past my bedtime.
soon.
Yeah.
It's like almost 2
Yeah, no,
o'clock.
Can we go? Yeah, hang on. Can we go back a bit? What the fuck's a whistle tip, and why do you have it on your car?
The whistles go woo woo, bro.
what?
What the fuck does that even mean?
It's only in the morning. You should be up cooking breakfast to somebody.
What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, woo woo?
No, whoa, whoa. And a whistle tip on the car.
These fucking Zoomers with their whistle tips. I don't even know what the hell is going on.
Oh no.
Well, so there's three of us
Are you
now.
kidding me, dude?
Oh, what is he bringing?
Did you get one?
What is
You
it?
goddamn boomers. No, I didn't get one. I had to vomit. God.
Oh, Maury sent me a YouTube video.
The old fudges
whistle.
weren't
I'm
that good?
so disappointed.
What is it? Hold on.
None of you guys know? Where's Anton? Anton would know.
He's shitting out his ass.
Thomas the
Fucking...
Train. Warsels goes.
Play the audio. You need the audio. It's Bub Rub and Lil Sis. Are you kidding me?
Who's linked it? Who's linked it?
The song.
How do they not know?
Tell me about the whistles. The whistles go.
Where's the? I don't. You guys aren't gonna play it through the.
Oh God.
You guys
We all
don't
want to
see
hear it.
Everyone else but you get to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had it memorized.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. It goes like that.
Wait, what?
What the hell?
I don't. Are you looking at the wrong one?
I don't know.
Might be.
That doesn't. That's just the sound.
It sounded like Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not it.
I got the original
God.
here.
It's like a news report.
A news report.
Yeah, it was just like a summary of it, 14 seconds.
I'm so.
I got
Yeah,
that
there
one
it
I
is.
just put it in the
Whistle
chat.
tips.
Yeah.
Whistle tips.
Anyway.
Do you actually have one of those in your car?
No. Christ! I literally were every one of my responses was a literal quote from the thing. I thought you'd get it, and you just looked at me like I was psycho.
I'm not a memer, mate. Oh my god. I'm a living meme. I don't watch memes.
Manga. Oh God.
Anyway. I should have a count of how many times I say anyway in this
Anyway.
podcast. Anyway, moving on.
You guys have homework.
We don't.
Yeah, you have to watch the video and report back.
Okay. Okay.
Alarms, lighting, extracts.
40 more.
I don't think it's coming in 12.4. There's something else coming. There's like new guns.
45.
What was the new
AC.
gun?
There was a
1911?
Vector.
Was it a
Double barrel
45
shotgun.
ACP?
Yeah.
No,
1911.
the Vector's not coming yet.
Oh,
No,
the
obviously.
prone.
Oh, the
Prone.
prone lean.
The prone lean.
I'm actually excited for that one.
That's gonna be so good because now it's like I'm prone, but I'm 2 pixels to the side of the door. I need to.
I wonder how.
Oh
it's-
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Talk about the slowest speak ever, dude. And it's like
Yeah.
while you're like trying to skid across.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
do.
gonna be sick.
Do you remember the old crawling sound? I thought that sounded like a 300-pound man jumping onto a beanbag full of potato chips. That's like,
Oh,
say every time, man.
What a vivid picture.
What a vivid
Yeah,
picture.
yeah. That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't actually see the video. I just saw some pictures. Can you actually roll?
no.
I feel like
No.
without a
Nah.
backpack, if you don't have a backpack, you should be able to roll, dude.
You shouldn't be able to.
That'd be.
Yeah.
What do you mean you shouldn't be able to?
Go out with your gun into. Well, actually, no. Do it in your backyard.
Are you?
Do you have a
really
backyard?
want me- Of all the things you want to challenge me to do, you don't want to challenge me to like
It's
run a mile.
awkward
and
as
you
fuck.
pick up a
It is
backpack.
awkward as fuck.
I didn't say make it elegant. I just said let me roll. If I'm getting shot at and there's a grenade,
Wait, so
This is game.
what you're saying?
You want to
You're
roll
saying
out?
that you can't. You're saying that you can't roll up. Look, I'm a fat man, all right. And if I'm on my back, I sometimes have some trouble getting up. But I could roll over, man.
yeah. Assuming you
Surely
don't
a
have
fit
like
dude could do it.
Hold on,
Chuck,
let's
chuck a
roll.
rig on, hold a gun, and then try and do a full rollover.
if you bring a
Challenge
rig,
accepted.
Just
if
film
you-
it
I'll
and
bring
then look
my
at how
rifle,
awkward it is.
and I will roll on the ground.
Please don't bring
awkward-
your rifle to PAX. That will be really fucking awkward.
Probably not. Yeah.
I don't have a rig.
You're
here.
coming
I
to my
can go
house.
out the backyard and I'll just swing the camera around out my window and go dog shit covered lawn right now, man.
Oh, put a helmet on too.
Put a
Try.
helmet on. Oh, I don't have a
There's
rig.
just so many
though.
cases where I feel that you can't. It's similar to kind of like the reload, the med animation canceling, where like you know what you have to do and you have plenty of time to react, but you can't because the game prevents you. I want them to start like
Yeah.
filling those gaps around like, let me throw something on the ground, let me like roll over,
It's like
let me like.
Summit said
die.
opening the door. Someone closed the door on him and he couldn't open the door because it was locked in animation. Like you should actually be able to open a door halfway through it closing. I know it doesn't sound right, but look, if the door's halfway through closing, you should be able to press F and the fucking door turns around again.
I think the doors should be physics based. Like if they're ajar and they're not actually locked, you should be able to just run through them and they just bash open. That's all I reckon.
Yep.
I'm still picturing me in my backyard rolling around with my rifle. I'd have to talk to my neighbors. Do some explaining before I shoot that flick.
Please film it, and then you don't have to make it public, but send it to me so I can make it public.
Please, I want to see it as well. I just want to see when you finally get on the ground and you actually get the rifle out. I just want to see your elbows and your knees, what you're gonna do, and your hips. Like
it's gonna be
that initial,
whatever the opposite of elegant.
Turn.
Whatever the opposite of elegant is going to be, it's going to be that. But act like it, Pestily. If you had a rifle with a big backpack, I can get that's awkward. But if you had a rig and a rifle, you're telling me that if you were prone, you couldn't do.
No, you definitely can. You can definitely can.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Well, then we're on the same page.
But it's
listen.
Awkward as fuck.
Like having full gear and no gear, which one would win?
No, but like
on rolling,
it is seriously awkward as fuck because
it is.
In all honesty, you should at least have one hand on the rifle. You shouldn't just be like chuck it over a few feet and then just like use both hands.
Have half of your magazines in your rig fall out. I don't care. Just make it so that I can roll away from the grenade that's like clink, clink, clink.
Rolling actions. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Just lay on top of it.
That's the worst. When you're laying down, reloading, grenade lands in front of you, you just get up and just walk away.
Well, this is how it ends. Like the 3-second timer is like 3.
I have like 20 clips on my fucking channel of me just going, oh, for fuck's sake.
You know what actually make me happy is if grenades had a more of a cone like that. Like right now, if you're a certain distance, doesn't matter if you're like standing or prone, it's a distance outwards. It doesn't make any difference. But in real life, if you were like on the ground, but like 3 to 4 meters away from a grenade, you should be pretty safe. Like you're going to be fucking hearing a loud bang. You might get a tickle on your feet if you got your feet facing it, but you should be okay. Overpressure on a grenade isn't very much for anyone who's curious.
Yeah.
You'd have to be in a very small box with the grenade when it goes off. But yeah.
We can test that too.
Sure.
Along with the suppression.
Stop with the suppression. Would you guys like it if the movement is less janky, completely to the point where it's...
I want more jank.
Like Siege, where you can lie down and spam and go left and right.
I don't like it.
Nah, I want Dark Souls 2 PC port level jag. That's what I want.
Okay.
Is that when the corpses are on the ground and if you walk around they just wrap around your legs and shit?
Yeah.
You can just drag bodies with you.
But you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like people don't want it to be that you can't just like fucking jump up and do all these things with all the gear. Would you guys love it more that way, where you can get up and reload and have a much faster and more like maneuverable?
There's a middle ground there. I think that's reasonable, right? Like I'm really glad when they came out with the some of the new animations, how like you can, if you're healing, you can run for a little bit and then you stop, and then once you get to the end, you can run. Like I like that.
That's a good quality of life change.
But if you're like splinting your leg, you can't run. Like those are actual meaningful changes that make sense. I think you should be able to do things that are realistic and let you react appropriately. There's nothing worse than when game, when you have the knowledge and the experience and the time to want to react to something and you can't. It's like Austin Powers when the Crusher's coming at him and he's just like looking at it. There's just nothing you can do. That's so
get out of the way. Now, I think that they should make it so there's more ways to cancel an animation. So, like any kind of animation that you are doing, I think that if you just walk or take off running, it should just drop it like instantly.
Is that what PUBG does with the heal? Like you can move a little bit while healing, but if you go too far,
you can jitter step forwards and sideways, but you don't drop it. You stop the animation. So it's the same
Yeah.
as healing in
I'm not totally against that idea though.
yeah.
Well, I
Just
don't mind. I don't mind if
sustainable.
it drops the meds. I'd
Yeah.
be fine with it dropping the meds. It works for me. But I just
Yeah.
don't like getting stuck in animations. I don't like competitive multiplayer games that have stuck animations because it's just annoying. Like if they put
Yeah.
finisher animations in this game, like where you could execute someone from behind, but you could still receive damage while you're stabbing someone in the throat, this game would suck. Like that kind of shit sucks balls. It's what made Gears of War super shit because you'd just be like chainsawing through someone and someone just come up behind you and go and just execute you.
Yeah.
So that's
So
where
it's-
I think having some sort of limitation to how much you can do, like if you could instantly stop like on a dime, that would be annoying. It needs to be a little bit of time still, like a little bit of delay, because it would then otherwise it would be like, you know how we were talking about before about, do I heal now? Do I make that decision? Oh, that person just started their heal.
But-
Like I'm not saying it should be like
But you
15
want it to
seconds to
be
wrap
like-
it back up, but it should be like a
You
good.
should be able to.
You want it to be like they're holding the thing and they're rapping and then he just goes and then just picks his rifle back up. Like it's like a half a second animation. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
having
on
the
a-
ability to
it's
tap
on
or
a-
double tap. Yeah, because you need to think about. There's two ways of dealing with it. You need, as a player, you need to be able to be smart and say, this guy just committed to something that's going to take time. You should be able to kick the door in and shoot him. But at the same time, I want to be able to bait somebody out with something that is also potentially cancelable, or react to something that's a surprise, but still, like try to be able to handle it. I think
Well,
all of those things are
it's like
something that they can juggle.
The CS:GO bait reload where you start a reload and then you switch guns really quick because they can't hear you switching guns, and so it starts the reload and then you switch to your pistol and then back to your rifle and then it plays the start of the reload animation and then people push you because they think you're reloading but you're actually not. You're ready to kill them, and it's that kind of like bait stuff that you want to be able to do. Like if you want to like pull out unzip an IFAK and then just drop it on the ground and pull up your rifle and wait for them to push and then kill them. That's the kind of stuff you want to be able to do.
Is it?
And-
Did we see imagery of dump pouches coming?
No,
Are you sure? Because
There
I
were no-
feel like we saw. I
100%.
saw an image of a dump pouch.
it was on most of the vests and most of the equipment, and they've never physically shown or talked about it. They said
Because
They-
just so anyone who doesn't know what a dump pouch is, it's pretty much just usually it's like Velcro. You rip the Velcro and then it opens up it's almost like a bag that hangs off the side of you. So then when you reload, instead
Like your
of
depends.
what?
Adult nappies.
So when you go to shoot and you're like, okay, mag change, and you rip the mag out, instead of chucking it on the ground, you chuck it in the dump pouch, and it's really easy to chuck it in there, and then you can grab the next mag, and it's a lot faster than. But you could also maybe chuck something else in there, like a bandage or something, if they did it right.
yeah.
That
I
wouldn't
mean,
be
they
a
could
bad
add
idea.
it with the whole like modular vest system. They are doing it, and I mean, it's not going to be modular for me if it's like 2 or 3 pouches, and the variation is literally 12 variations you can have a vest. That's it. It would be amazing if you can have like a dump pouch, fucking big mags, well, carriers and everything.
If I had a dump
Yeah.
pouch, I'd put everything
Well,
in it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they do that for like what is it called, molly webbing or whatever, for like Gen 4s. They have like Velcro shit on them. I was looking at them in SHOT Show. Like you have like there's like a 4 patch that has 4 mag pouched on the front. It just Velcros on the front of a Gen 4 armor. Like that
Yeah.
kind of shit. That's what you want.
But I also
you might
wanted
need
to,
to
if you're
wear it,
running,
like-
it better be like clank, 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 clank,
Okay.
clank. Like,
Stop.
I mean, seriously,
Oh,
like,
it's gonna be clanked. Oh,
That
you-
would
you
be-
serious?
I mean, I'm assuming that maybe I should Google it and see what it looks like before I.
No, you're right. It does make
I'm
noise.
picturing a
it's right.
bag
Yeah,
like
it does
how-
make noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
mean, in Tarkov, you want to go that
Mags don't clang.
wholesome? Mags that
I've got a
clang.
bunch of magazines over there. They're all metal. They're pretty fucking clangy.
Yeah, they are.
I feel like the way they should work is the idea should be that after you get out of the fight, you should be putting them back into your pouches. Like that's usually how a dump pouch works, when it's safe to.
Well, I've been running a different style of reload lately, where I rebound my reloads, and my R key does the tack reload, where it drops the mag. So I always do the fastest reload, and then when I have time to think about it, and I don't want to I actually do the slow reload no matter combat. I do a Control R for a slow reload and then stash the mag. So and it also takes the 300 millisecond like wait time for the game to register which kind of reload it is. So it's
Has that been working well for you?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Like dropping a couple of mags during a fight is like nothing. Like you just
well, if you're gonna
I
die
emergency
anyway,
reload all the time and just get it all back in insurance. Like if I die with a rig full of empty mags, a lot of times those mags get taken. I hate reloading. I just take more mags and I just double tap R and on the ground.
Yeah, but no, take it off double tap though, because if you have double tap and R bound to the same one, when you hit R, there's a 300 millisecond wait time to see if you press R again to test whether it's a fast reload or a slow reload. So it's actually making you reload 300 milliseconds slower. Which is
I've pretty much just been waiting for you to test it, and then if it works, I was going to try it. I don't like changing my buttons too often because people are like, "What are your keybinds?" And I'm like, "I've changed the delete key." I don't have to explain two things. Like that's heaps.
Yeah.
I changed one key.
I would like to run it like that, but I'll keep it the same and just double tap the fuck out of it every time. Double tap, double tap, double tap. For me to go rebind stuff is just like, it's against me. I always play default settings and then maybe one thing. If one is delete.
It's the delete key for me. I've got it as the U key, but everything else is...
Yeah. Everything's the same.
Two things way too much work. I'm too lazy. That's why I don't use that NVIDIA freestyle shit. I'm just like... It's easier to call everyone else a cheater than it is for me to figure it out and set it up.
Then for you to be able to see clearly in a well-lit hallway.
Yeah.
So
We don't want that.
You're lazy.
We don't want that.
Freestyle?
As soon as you see like one of those done like well tastefully in a way, and then you compare it like the labs side by side, labs literally looks like a water level. It looks like it's underwater, filled with smoke. You're like, oh
green,
God.
Dude, green.
I wish I never saw it, because now it's like I'm sitting there just squinting at doorways. I can't see anything, and I can't wait till they have graphics settings in the game.
I give a fuck. Come in and call me cheater. You can lick the underside of my ball sack if you think I care about that. I'll use it as much as I want.
There's some guys that are importing the ones from Reshade over to the freestyle one, and then doing the. Have you guys seen the Lego? How everything looks like Lego? It's only like green and orange meshes. Like you can do it with freestyle.
Tarkov looks like Lego.
Yeah, I'll get it quick.
Tarkov Roblox. Sick.
Yeah.
That's Roblox, isn't it?
That's what I've been looking for.
New game to play?
No, I just want it to be easier for me.
You clearly need it.
Escape from Roblox.
Escape from Roblox.
Oh man.
We should do this more often.
Oh hell yeah, dude! You know what we need to do? We need
A drinking game version of it.
Slushy. What you said about the Spotify, just have it. We'll just sit like this and talk shit and upload it. All four of us.
Yeah, wait, don't we have a podcast channel? Didn't we make one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made one and uploaded one episode. I think it had at this point 4 views. So really, the second time we did it, I was like, do I really want to rip that MP3 and upload it? Is any...
We don't advertise it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I've got too much stuff on. Trying to travel so much. I go to Boston. Boston. How do I do a Boston accent?
Boston.
That whatever a Boston accent is, it ain't that, bud.
People keep asking me to do an American accent. American.
Hey, I'm
American
fucking
accent.
walking over here.
Boston
fucking
accent.
walking over here.
I'm from
Yeah.
Boston. I have no fucking clue.
Spot on. Yo, Pest, that's spot on, dude. You'll fit right in.
My French accent's really fucking on point right now.
Nobody'll know.
French accent.
Yeah, I just got back from France. It was really good. Baguette. Ha, 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 ha. Croissant. Yeah. Ha, 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 ha.
Bonjour. Je
Oh,
m'appelle
no, actually, that's a
Pestily.
better Boston accent, Pest. You should
Sweet.
use that.
That's fucking Roblox
What
for you.
what the
That
fuck is
what
that?
they- that's what they're doing with the freestyle now. This is
Is that
what they-
freestyle? I think you can see less than you usually can, man. That looks
I think that's not on though.
stupid.
It doesn't matter. It's like a T7, and I mean, if
It's not like a T7. It's like you dipped your eyeballs in literal highlighter fluid.
there is no
See more?
You can literally, the characters are blue, the PMCs are blue.
What?
Is that good?
It's like having a
That-
T7, and you don't need to see the dark or anything.
They're blue. Okay. What is
They're blue.
Is it? How do I set that up? I'd like
If
to set
I
that
was
up.
green, I'd die.
I'm having trouble at the moment.
So you're saying it's like
I'm
blue?
not- What? Yes, blue man.
Sounds sick.
Yeah. Smurf factory.
Yeah, that's why freestyle needs to get fucking yoinked. In my
Yoinked.
opinion. Or the fucking filters need to be.
Oh, but
As soon as they add some settings in the game that make it so that like it's not
Yes.
literally.
the game looks like a blurry piece of shit though. It is like so frustratingly bad looking. It actually hurts my eyes to 2 hours.
For the guys that say you can't do this anymore, I can do this now.
What game?
Kinda-
Yeah, but why aren't you showing us?
Do it on stream.
You won't know how to do it. Do it on stream.
Why not?
Dimitri just shows up again. Don't do this. Stop.
Stop it.
Guys, I think we're gonna have to call it here. We're bang
It's like 2
bang on
a.m.
the 2 hour mark. It's 1 a.m. I don't want to fuck with my sleeping pattern too much. But guys, thanks so much for doing a podcast again. It's been a while. We need to do this more often. If anyone in the chat or listening on YouTube or anywhere else has enjoyed it, I'm glad. Check out these content creators right here. They're actually rather entertaining. Ask any questions that you missed out here on here. If you guys don't already know and you're listening on either YouTube or Twitch right now, I'm trying to raise money for Starlight, $1 million by the end of the year. If you found this any enjoyment from this at all, you got to spare $1, $2, $5, $10, $15. ! Starlight in my Twitch channel, or I'll put a link down below on YouTube, so you guys can donate there. Every dollar counts. We're up to $138,000 at the moment, $139,000, and it all really does go a long way to a really awesome charity. I'll put the links down as well for Ghost Freak 66, Veritas, and Slush Puppy, so you guys can give them a follow. And thank you very much for everyone who's been here. I'm going to give some love to someone in Twitch, so I'm going to raid someone. I'll run the outro, and by the end of that, we'll have someone to raid. So thanks, guys. Thanks again for everyone coming along, and
Thank you.
we'll see you guys next time.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Cheers.